Hello friends, welcome to youtube.com Dr. Vet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head Veterinary Medicine. Today we see very important disease arthritis. Veterinary officers are frequently come across to arthritis. So this is very much important. And doctors must understand what is arthritis. It is not a simple thing. For the diagnosis to understand the arthritis is very important. For the treatment also to understand the arthritis is very much important. Today we will see the part 1 in this introductory parts, type of arthritis, etiology. It is a disease of bone. We see here the definition of arthritis. Arthritis is a non-specific term for inflammation of joint. It is not a specific term. So many parts are involved in the arthritis. Accompany inflammation of synovial membrane. So when there is arthritis, it includes the inflammation of synovial membrane also. Polyarthritis, when more number of joints are affected. Osteoarthritis also indicate inflammatory and to a most extent a degenerative changes of the joint. All joint diseases have an inflammatory component to a variety degree. So arthritis is not a simple thing. It is an inflammatory component of a joints to a variety degree. Here we will see the type of arthritis. It is based on the causative agent and the particular part involved. So there are 5 types. First is the traumatic arthritis, osteochondritis dissecans (OCD), subchondral cystic lesions, septic or infective arthritis. Osteoarthritis is a degenerative joint disease. So arthritis is not a simple arthritis, but arthritis is classified based on etiology and based on particular part and the lesion involved. There are many other classifications also, but not frequently occurring. So only 5 types of arthritis is important for a veterinarian. Now one by one we will see various types of the arthritis. The first one is the traumatic arthritis. The word traumatic suggests trauma. In that again sub various types are traumatic synovitis and capsulitis. Here there is inflammation of the synovial membrane and fibrous joint capsule, and this inflammation is due to trauma. So traumatic synovitis and capsulitis. Due to such type of inflammation, there is increased production of the synovial fluid, and that causes swelling of the joint. The another type of the traumatic arthritis is intra-articular chip fractures. Here the word intra-articular inside the article, chip fractures, a chip of fractures. Now here bone fracture break crosses into the surface of a joint. There is fracture of the bone and that crosses into the surface of the joint, and this causes damage to the cartilage. So intra-articular chip fracture. The another type is the ligamentous tear. Here there is sprain of the ligaments, and this involved periarticular and intra-articular ligaments. In this, there is a sprain or tear of the ligaments. And the last type of the traumatic arthritis is meniscal tears. This is a very common injury in which there is forceful twisting causes certain tissue in the knee to tear. So this is a disease of the knee. It is very commonly occurring in horses. Next type of the arthritis is osteochondritis dissecans. In short, OCD, osteochondritis dissecans. Now here, there is a focal area of immature article cartilage. There is a small area of immature articular cartilage. This cartilage is retained in the joints and it is separated from the underlying trabecular bone. So here there is retention of immature articular cartilage and that is separating from the underlying trabecular bone. The causes are unknown but may be a multifactorial causes. This also causes the arthritis. The next type, third type of the arthritis is subchondral cystic lesions. That means a cystic lesions are observed in the joint, subchondral. Now these lesions are seen in femorotibial joint and in the fetlock, pastern, elbow, shoulder and in distal phalanx. The fourth type and very commonly occurring is septic arthritis or infective arthritis. Frequently, veterinarians come across this type of arthritis and it is easy to diagnose also. This is result because of the sequestration of bacterial infection into the joint. There is bacterial infection of the joint. Now, infection of joint develop in three main ways. The bacteria reach to the joint by three ways. One is the hematogenous infection. When there is infection in the blood, through blood it reaches to the joint, especially bacteremia. And that gained from GI tract or pulmonary sources or through navel, the bacteria enters into the body. Then bacteria enters into the blood and from blood it goes to the joints. And this is very common in young animals, foals, cows and lambs. It is popularly known as navel ill. Very common occur in the field. So this one is the hematogenous route. Second is the introduction of infection locally by traumatic injury, by accident, by trauma, by wound, etc. The third type of route is iatrogenic infection, means created by a clinician or a doctor, either for the diagnostic purpose or for the treatment purpose. The examples are joint injection or surgery. It is common in horses. During joint injection or surgery, if aseptic precaution is not taken care of, then there are all the chances that infection may enter into the joint and may create this septic or infective arthritis. So be careful as a veterinary doctor. We must take care while giving injection or performing any surgery on the joints. It must be done in a strict aseptic precautions. In caprine arthritis or encephalitis, it is called CAE, there is septic arthritis. This is a virus infection in adult goats. It is manifested clinically as a polysynovitis arthritis, maybe a subclinical or clinical interstitial pneumonia. It involves the lungs also. It involves the udder also, indurative mastitis, and the udder become very hard, so called as hard udder. And this disease causes the chronic wasting. So this is a septic arthritis observed in goat. The name is caprine arthritis and encephalitis. Another septic arthritis observed in small animal is infectious arthritis in small animal. Most common causes are bacteria. Staphylococci, streptococci, and coliforms are commonly found in the joints. It is also called by rickettsia. Name of the disease is Rocky Mountain spotted fever or ehrlichiosis. It is also called by spirochetes. Name of disease is borreliosis. In these diseases, there is septic arthritis or infectious arthritis and commonly occurring in small animals. The spread is either hematogenous or penetrating trauma, including surgery. The fifth and the last type is osteoarthritis. The word is commonly uttered as osteoarthritis. It is a minor extent of inflammatory but major degenerative joint disease. It is a type of arthritis that occurs when flexible tissue at the end of the bones wears out. There is wearing and tearing of the flexible tissues at the end of the bone. It is also very commonly occurring. The wearing down of this protective tissue at the end of the bones or cartilages, they occur gradually and worsen over a time. So this is a very slowly occurring disease and become worse as the time passes. So osteoarthritis is a degenerative joint disease. There is a wearing and tearing of the flexible tissue at the end of the bones. Disease occur at very slowly, it occurs gradually, and it become worsen as the time passes. Coming to the etiology, many etiologies are there. Bacterial infection. Common infection is Escherichia coli, Streptococcus infection, and Salmonella infection. Another etiology is Mycoplasma infection, Mycoplasma mycoides or Mycoplasma A galaxy. Another is chlamydia infection, chlamydia species, and it causes polyarthritis. Next cause, viral infection. It is commonly observed in a disease, bovine viral diarrhea. Trauma also causes arthritis, either injury or surgery. When the diet is deficient, it also produces degenerative arthritis because of the deficiency of elements or nutrients or vitamins into the diet. Next etiology is immune mediated arthritis. It is also called as a autoimmune disease. Sometimes it is called as rheumatoid arthritis. Here there is inflammatory polyarthritis secondary to immune complexes. It is a immune disease, autoimmune disease. And pathology produced here is erosion. There is destruction of articular cartilage and subchondral bone. So here there is erosion or sometimes non-erosive forms of joint disease, that is periarticular inflammation. So here there may be erosive lesion or maybe non-erosive. The examples are rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus (SLE). We have seen the etiology. Now the predisposing factors for this arthritis are senility, old age. It is commonly we observe that the old age animals suffers more. Hereditary causes are also there. Lack of exercise and heavy weight. These are the predisposing causes to invite the trouble of arthritis. Friends, requested to share this important information to other veterinarians or veterinary students. To support this channel and to grow this channel, requested to subscribe this channel. I am getting a good response and thank you very much for observing the video. Next time I will come with arthritis part 2. Thanks.